Hi, my name is Ruvira Surya. I'm the game director for g.o.w Chains of Olympus, and I'm going to show you a little bit of our game. This level is called Battle of Attica. So right now Kratos is defending a Greek city on the shores of Attica against a Persian invasion. You can see all the boats in the background. This was one of the first places where we really wanted to see whether we could do a vista. We knew with the PSP that it was going to be hard to get the kind of stuff you get out of a PS2, but we pushed as much as we could, and it definitely shows, I think, on this. As you can see from the backgrounds and from everything that's happening, there's a lot of detail in there. The fire across the sky and the ships on fire, like left and right. The city's on fire too. This is actually the first enemy we encounter in the game, Persian soldier. It's a basic enemy that has some really a very cool tail and a very cool move actually for his attack, and usually easy to fight. It's want to get the player involved in this thing very fast, be able to plow through some enemies, understand the combat moves. You of course get your full square combos that you've been accustomed to before. And also the interactivity of the environment. For example, here, the one thing that you have to do is go shoot the ballista to stop those ships from firing to you. There's more fighting going on then. For example, here we have AI against AI, which is something that one of our programmers really wanted to do, to have Greek soldiers fighting against your enemy at the same time as you are fighting. We've tried to really maximize that intense feel, for example, with the Cyclops coming through and trying to smash you. Just when you think that you're going to be fighting him, bam, here comes the basilisk, actually eats him. See the limbs in his mouth, eats him up, and here you go. This is your first boss battle actually in the game, and we've worked hard to try and see what we could do with an enemy like this. It's a fire-breathing enemy, and of course which has melee attacks. You kind of have to just see the pattern actually of how he fights. He's got the two bites, and if you stay too far, you might be getting shot on by his fireball. We really wanted to allow the player to experience a similar thing that you've experienced in the other games, which is that feeling that you're fighting something bigger than you could ever imagine existing. In this case, this big basilisk that actually the Persians have brought on to the city to destroy the city. And here you go, slamming on the sides. We wanted to really get Kratos to move around this beast as much as possible and try to hurt him as much as possible. And the end of the CS move actually here ends in him hitting him with a big pillar that was left over by the Cyclops that walked in. And now that the basilisk went away, you try to chase him in this scene and finally get on the beach that you saw actually when you're on the rooftops. And you see the blood trail right now of the basilisk having fled. He's actually entering the city at this point, and it's going to become your mission to chase him and try to stop the destruction of this Greek city. As you can see, I mean, the level of detail for the environment was something that we really, really wanted to get. We wanted to give the player the same feel as in the other games, and no excuses made just because it was a PSP game. So like I showed you before, I mean, you get your triangle combos with the half slam down, and some of the other combos that you find in the other two games. For example, the special square combo that is more for crowd control, and also something that we added that I'll show you right now, which is a more focused attack that leaves you vulnerable at the end, because there's a little bit of like about a second of vulnerability that if you end up in a big group of people, you'll most likely get hit. Diversity on the combat was a really big thing for us. I know that Corey actually and the guys at Santa Monica have done an amazing job with it. So we really wanted to make sure that we didn't lose that in our game. And now we are at the start of the city walls. Kratos kicks down the door, and now you get onto the ramparts that are on the city, and you can see in the background that the basilisk that you just damaged before is inside the city, just wreaking havoc. You have this big beast that's just going through the city, and the more time you waste, the more you allow it time to actually destroy the whole city.
What evil have you wrought on this city, Persian?
Further to that, of course, there's going to be a lot of NPC character interaction in the game. Here, for example, we have a temp cinematic of one of the first encounters. It's the Persian king. He's the leader of the invasion right now, and Kratos is here to meet him and challenge him and tell him to get out of his city, basically.
Olympus has sent a message, and I am here to deliver it.
The first magic that you're going to obtain also is going to be coming from the Persian king, the throught. It's an area of effect magic that he carries, and he's going to use against you. And after defeating him, you'll be able to use it against other people while you're going to carry it throughout the game. That's something that we kept true for the whole game. Actually made sure that all of the magic that you were getting were attached to a character or to some material thing. Thanks for signing up for our special edition demo. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek of God of War Chains of Olympus.